So with October coming just around the corner, I was asked to do an interview for a local magazine here in New Mexico. And one of the questions I was asked was, what's the most annoying thing that ghost hunters do that you don't like? Well, let's answer that question. So what do ghost hunters do that annoys me the most? And there's actually a whole big list of things that, that bothers me. But the number one thing is repeating the mistakes of the past. Or I should say, not learning from the mistakes of the past. If you want to do this as a hobby and you're into it, you're interested in it, it only makes sense that you should read about what the people before you were doing so you don't make the same mistakes as those people. Let me give you an example. So what I have here is a newspaper article that was printed in the Bennington Banner on Thursday, January 20th, 1977. It's 39 years ago, folks. And it's entitled The Ghost Hunter of North Adams. So in here he's talking about, a ghost investigation. He's talking about measuring electromagnetic fields. It also says that he uses burglar alarms and much more unorthodox equipment ranging from thermometers to joy buzzers. And of course, thermometers, they're using those to look for cold spots. The joy buzzer, that's kind of a modern variant of what we would call a trigger item these days, putting something out to make the ghost, respond or react. Here's the point. In the last 39 years, have we been able to prove that electromagnetic energy has something to do with ghosts? Bottom line is, we haven't. Yet here ghost hunters are 39 years later doing the exact same thing they were doing back then. Same thing with thermometers and cold spots. Has that proven that ghosts are legitimate or that there's really paranormal activity happening? Again, 39 years later, doing the same thing and the same result. It's not good enough. It's not proving anything. Now, this article, it has a little interesting part in it. He's talking about using aura goggles. And these aura goggles enable you to see, things in the infrared spectrum. But yet, 39 years later, we still have our gizmos, the latest little thing, the Ovilus, different things like this that are out there. Well, have any of these things proven anything? Well, no. Let me show you another little interesting tidbit I found in the archives. This one here is a photograph. It was in a newspaper on June 6, 1971, and it's showing a bunch of ghost hunters at the site of an old house with an Ouija board. This is spirit communication. Okay. Think about this for a moment. Let's go way back in time. Let's go to a seance. That used to be the original way that people were trying spirit communication. Now think about that. Holding hands and we're asking questions to a spirit in the room. Now think about that and compare it to a bunch of people sitting around a Ouija board asking the Ouija board questions. Then compare that to someone standing around asking questions to a tape recorder. It's the same thing. Even the questions are kind of identical. You go from the seance, spirit, if you're here, can you make a rapping noise? You go to the EVP, spirit, if you're here, can you make that light turn on and off? Can you make that coffee cup move over there? They're the same kind of questions. Spirit, can you identify yourself? Give us your name in the seance. What do we do in EVP? Spirit, tell me what your name is. It's the same thing. We've changed the medium, the way that we did it, the technique, but ultimately it's the same thing. Has it proven anything? No. Yet you ask a lot of ghost hunters today, what's the best evidence? Well, EVP. No, it's not. It is still very much unproven. In fact, the more you learn about it, the more you start finding issues with it. So that is the number one thing. Yeah, it's a fun hobby. It's interesting to do, but if what ghost hunters are doing isn't working, then maybe we should start thinking about something different, a different way to go. But I want to continue this in the next video, so hang in there.